Hi, this is Erin from Blossy Bee. Welcome to my channel. The plan for this video is to unpack a box of goodies I've just purchased from Harry and Wilma and to use some of the items straight away and share my review of them with you. So, let's get started. So, Harry and Wilma is a brand that you will have heard me talk about many times before because they are the company in Australia that I purchased the AR400 Eco casting powder from. They also have a lot of other goodies though, so let's see. First out is this silicone mould. It is a turtle, and this one was $9.70. And I really liked the idea of having it's still a 3D mould, but it's quite a lower flat one. So I'm excited to be able to use this, and you might even get a sneak peek coming up shortly. Okay, next out. Oh, these are some silicone brushes. These are 14 centimetres in length and they're nice and wide, and these are perfect for when you want to smooth resin over, say for example when you're doming or doing a top coat. And these were $1.40 each, and yeah, they're really good quality, and at that price I thought I need to get a couple. The struggle is real, of course, still with my hand in a splint, so just takes me a little minute to cut things open and get things out, and but getting better every day, which is very positive. Okay, next was a parcel within a parcel, and who doesn't love a parcel within a parcel? So these are some different bags of stones, basically. So the first one is a mixed stone package. It's 250 grams, and that was $5.80. And then the next pack that I get out is a beautiful red jasper. And again, a 250 gram pack, and that was $7.70. Then we have this gorgeous black obsidian, $5.10. And then lastly, we have this amethyst, $7.90. So each of those packets is 250 grams, which is a really good amount. And now, sometime in the near future, I plan on doing a project where I'm going to need tumbler resin. Now, I'm not going to be doing tumblers, but I need the resin and the tumbler to do the project. So this is a 1 litre kit, and it was $42.90, and it's a Part A, Part B resin kit that is suitable for applying as you're tumbling an item. So looking forward to sharing that one with you in the future. Okay, next I've got their sealer that they use for the AR400 Eco Casting Powder. Now, I don't use this. I normally just use the Buan Nicole, but I want to give this a good try. That is a 200ml bottle for $4. Now, look at these gorgeous. These are glass leaves, Aurora Borealis colour, 35 grams, $4.80. And then we've got two little jars in here. The first one is a teeny tiny little chameleon flakes. Now this one is yellow green to blue green, and that was $6.95. And then this one is glass pebbles, in Magenta, and this is a little 90-gram jar, which you'll see me open now. So these are little dyed glass pebbles, and yeah, so I'm absolutely loving the look of everything that I've opened and excited to get working with them. And everything that I've got here has just given me so many ideas, or I've purchased them specifically for an order. Now, Harry and Wilma always have thrown in these gorgeous little freebies for me. And the only criticism I have of this is that they don't put on there what they are, so I could actually order more if I love them, because I really love some of the ones I've got from them. Have just been the nicest glitters I've ever used. So I got 3 beautiful little packets, which was gorgeous. So, oh, you probably guessed, the turtle is going to be the first thing that I make from this order, and I'm going to be using a combination of that gorgeous Chameleon powder, and then afterwards I'm going to use one of the little freebie packets of glitter. Now, as I mentioned, this is Chameleon Flakes, not powder, and it is a yellow green to a blue green. Now, I don't normally colour my moulds in this way. I have had a couple of goes at it, but it's not my favourite thing to do. I find it takes a lot of time and a lot of precision, and probably much better brushes or different brushes than I've got and things like that. And doing this virtually one-handed was not easy. So as I'm taking it out of the little container, there's little pieces just flying everywhere. It is so such a micro small, like the flakes are tiny, and it just gets everywhere. But I'm loving the look of the flakes when I go over them again with the brush and sort of burnish them into the shell of the turtle. So I keep going. I have sped this up because this whole thing took well over half an hour for me to not only apply the Chameleon flakes, but then to clean up. And the cleanup process was painful. Now, part of that is user error, because I hadn't really decided at the beginning where the actual cut-off point for the flakes was going to be, and I ended up having to clean off more than I would have done if I'd really thought it out first. But because it's a new mould to me, and in many ways this is a very new process for me, it was, a lot of cleanup. So I did the cleanup with a combination of tape and some paper towel, isopropyl alcohol, and some teeny tiny little cotton swabs. But I think you'll agree it ends up looking stunning, just sitting there like that. I was so happy. You forget the length of time it took it, afterwards. You're like, oh, beautiful. So I'm using now a product from Just Resin, which is their Carbon Black Pigment Paste. And as soon as you go anywhere near this, you get it on you. So that's why I grab a piece of paper towel just so I can support the little tub while I'm stirring it. And look how gorgeous and glossy it is. And I'm using River Resin Deep Pour, which is a 2-to-1 epoxy resin. And it is beautiful and clear. I've just mixed this up and popping in a little bit of this pigment paste. It is a heavily pigmented product, but I do want a totally opaque resin for this part. So just checking how it's going. You know, you just sort of want to look on your stirring stick and see how you feel it's going. And then, of course, I'm going to just gently pour it in and filling this turtle shell up. And I'm going for a defined line around the shell. So my goal is to have this beautiful burnished flakes, this gorgeous, you know, metallic looking chameleon colour. And then underneath it, I just want this black resin, because I know that black resin typically makes these burnished chameleon flakes look their absolute best. So mixing that up, popping it in was really very enjoyable, because the flakes don't move once you've burnished them into the silicone mould, and just stays where it is. I just sort of watched it for a moment to make sure that it was at the correct level. I don't want to overfill it. I just want to get it quite precisely to where the chameleon flakes end. I do end up having a teeny little bit of resin left over, and I am just going to pop it into some, I think these are actually ice cube moulds, and so I'm just going to pop a little bit into each of those, and I don't know how they'll come out, but I'm interested to see. After waiting for about, I think, 8 hours, the resin that I've poured is quite firm. Definitely not fully cured, but definitely safe to pour another layer on top of. So I'm going to go ahead and mix up just a small batch of resin. This is again the River Art Deep Pour 2:1 epoxy resin, and I'm going to mix in that the glitters that I mentioned. So I'm just putting in around about 100 grams of part A and 50 grams of part B, and then I'm going to use my Astoyo resin mixer, which has been a definite lifesaver while I've had my hand injuries. The only thing, it's not sort of working brilliantly at the moment, so I might have to actually contact Astoyo and just see what is going on. The AI function doesn't work anymore, and I was using that a lot. Anyway, I'm going to just use the regular manual speed function at the moment, and then I'm going to mix these two glitters together. These are two freebies that I just unpacked from the Harry and Wilma order, and they are stunning. They are going to look so pretty when I mix them, and I think they'll complement each other very well. So I'll mix those together in a cup, and then I'm going to add in the resin and see how we go with using the Elmer's school glue trick, thank you Daniel Cooper, to suspend that glitter mix in the resin so that it doesn't actually drop or sink. And so I'm just going to use the teeny tiniest amount of the glue. It's a clear glue, and I'm talking about 1 drop, and it will turn this from a easily stirrable mixture to a gloopy slime-like consistency. Oh, but look at this pour. That was so satisfying. And I have got the main part of the turtle filled with a really intense mix, and then I dilute the rest just so that on the flippers and the little bit of the tail, I get this more clear effect, and oh, it is so pretty. I am so grateful to Harry and Wilma for including these beautiful little freebie glitters because, oh, look how pretty they are. Okay, demoulding time. Oh, this was a bit awkward. This is the leftover black epoxy resin that I put into these little I think they're ice cube trays, I'm not sure. And they are matte on one side. I did not see that coming. I don't end up doing anything with these today, but they are tucked away in the back of my mind thinking, they felt good. So time to demold this beautiful turtle. So remember, we're using the gorgeous Chameleon Flakes from Harry and Wilma, along with this turtle mould and the little freebie glitters that they've sent me. And we've used the River Art Deep Pour Resin. And I'm so excited because I've never made anything like this before. I just can't stop looking at it. It is just so shiny and such an intense colour, and all of that cleanup was worth it because it's given me this beautiful crisp shell, which is that amazing colour, and yeah, could not be happier. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you taking the time, and I love sharing my crafting journey with you. If you enjoyed this video, I'd love it if you could give me a like. Most of all, I'd love to read your comments if you have any questions or any feedback or any suggestions. I'd appreciate that so much. And I'll leave you just with a little video and some photos of our stunning turtle with thanks to gorgeous Harry and Wilma. Bye for now.